So you want to know the truth about multi-apping in 2025? Well, first, we got to zoom out. Now, 5 years ago, multi-apping was to make more money. And that 5 years ago, $20 an hour was actually decent money to make. But in 2025, $20 an hour really feels like almost like $10 an hour or even $15 an hour on the high end. And if it feels that way, it almost feels like minimum wage, doesn't it? Now I got more to say, and I'm going to say it all in this entire video. But I need you to focus on everything I say, because I'm here to try to help you make the moves that I have made to gain the success that I have gained. Now, I don't need to show proof of what I've gained. You just need to hear what I'm saying, and you do what you want with the advice that I'll be giving. Okay? So, but before I even say any more than that, I am going to be taking you on a ride along with me. So I have one catering order for today from a restaurant that it's due in about 40 minutes. So we're going to be sitting, we're going to be talking, and, so be prepared. All right? So with all that said, let me unload my stuff and I'll get started. Now, what's the point of multi-apping? It's to make more money, right? At least that's what it was, and that's what it always has been. You don't want to fall victim to the DOORDASH tactics and the Uber Eats tactics, and they making you sit and wait for a damn order when you could be doing something else to make some money, right? Instead of things being consistent, it almost feels like multi-apping is not getting the job done, right? Well, let me tell you something else. These companies in 2025, all they're trying to do is make you work more. And they're achieving that with these tier systems and all of that stuff that they have put in place in 2024, 2025, but it's only increasing and getting worse in 2025. Now, I've seen tons of drivers change their mindset from being a cherry picker to raising their AR on DoorDash. And there's nothing wrong with that strategy. But a lot of dashers that I've met, they don't really have a plan in place. They're just letting the company use and abuse them because they have to survive. And like someone said to me, put food on the table. There's nothing wrong with that mentality, but you gotta have a plan. And my plan, as of right now, is to help you think about something you probably never thought of. But let me close this, and I'll get right back to you. One thing I've always said is get it while it's hot. Follow the money. You gotta know where the money is in your market, how to get to it, what apps to work. You gotta know all of this stuff. And if you are doing the wrong app in the wrong areas and all that stuff, then guess what? You're not gonna make the money you thought you could make, or you're not gonna achieve the potential you could have achieved if you had known or mastered all of this stuff that you should be mastering by now in 2025. Yeah, definitely try to increase your money through the perks and everything. And I'm sorry if it's windy, but try to focus on me. Increase the money that you're making with the perks on DoorDash, but at the same time, are you really focused on increasing your net worth? If you're not, then that's where the problem comes in. While I talk to you guys, I'll be picking up from that restaurant right there called Naked Farmer. I'm currently downtown Miami. But when you really think about the cost of everything in 2025, every damn thing is going up, isn't it? Everything is going up. The cost of food is going up. Cost of gas is going up. Now there's talks about all these tariffs and all this stuff. But are you increasing your net worth? That's a real question. And I'm taking my time to say this to you because I really need you to answer this while I'm watching and I'm talking to you. Are you increasing your net worth? Give me a thumbs up emoji in the comment section right now if you're increasing your net worth. What's up, man? What's up? You get all the orders, huh? I'm sorry? You get all the orders. I don't get all of them, but I get a lot of them. Some dressing? Gotcha. Those two? You said those two? Yep. Okay. There's hot. Okay, no problem. This order is only going across the street. So instead of going all the way back to my car and then loading it up and then driving over there, I'm just gonna walk it. But let's get into this net worth thing. How do you increase your net worth? Some people would think like, oh man, you gotta get a different job, or you gotta get multiple jobs, and you know, maybe that could be a way to increase your net worth, but that would require you to work a lot more than you do. I'm over here recording and I forgot my bag. Thank you for my bag, man. All right. So, increasing your net worth, you could do it by investing, or even have putting the money to work, right? How do you put the money to work? That's through investing, high yield savings, even starting an online business. Now, starting a business, all in all, some people might be intimidated by that because it requires so much from you to get that going. But just imagine if you had a physical location that you would have to pay an overhead and get stuff built, and like, nah. Online business in 2025, even previous years, should have been a go-to for many people versus trying to start a business in a physical location. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against having a business in a physical location, but you got to have capital. You got to have investors. You got to have, it's going to require a lot of money up front. Online business, all you need is internet and a few maybe subscriptions to get stuff going, but it's significantly lower to start an online business than it is to start a business in a physical location. Right now, it is currently 11:15, and I cannot deliver this until 11:30. So this walk will do me some good. Sometimes you just gotta get out the vehicle instead of sitting on your ass the whole time and just walk around a little bit. It's good to get the blood circulating a little bit. You know what I mean? So I'm currently in the building, and they are sending me to the service elevator. I've never been here before, so we're gonna go on a little bit of a hunt at the moment. Okay. All right. Trying to operate a wagon and a cart is not easy. That's one. And that's two. Okay, service elevator. It's on the 9th floor and it's stuck. Oh, it's going up. Not a pretty sight. And this is the final result. And it's time for me to go. That order took a little bit extra time. It's only like 11:42 though. I had that window from 11:30 to 11:45, but I was able to complete it by 11:42, so it's all good. But this service elevator, actually, it went all the way up to like the 30-something floor before it came back down, and I'm like, yo, it is what it is. But I'm on my way down, and we'll finish this conversation. I love working downtown Miami because a lot of these buildings, they have businesses that are like all the way in like the penthouse suite, and they order food for their staff. It is so much easier to make money down here for large orders. It could be a bit of a challenge when you're talking about like catering, like on-demand stuff, but catering, oh, this is where I love to be. A lot of people I know don't even know what a high yield savings account is. Some people even think like when you talk about investing, it's just about investing in a company and possibly lose your money over time, which there are some risks to investing, but you got to know what you're doing, right? And this is where you got to do your research. If you don't do the proper research on the types of companies or the things to invest in, then you're only going to make the wrong decisions. But you will never be able to learn anything if you don't try anything. You know what I mean? You can't be afraid to try things. Scared money don't make money. And if scared money don't make money and you're trying to increase your net worth, does that go together? It doesn't, right? Now, that is done. Let's focus here. Scared money don't make money. You got to make money. You got to increase your net worth, right? So if that's the goal, then, and you don't want to take too much risk by investing all of what you earn into something that may be a high risk, there are other options. If you've never heard of APY, annual percentage yield, that's basically interest. They're paying you an interest. So if you can have your money sitting in an account and they pay you interest, what you deposited will earn money passively. You don't have to do no work. That's you putting the money to work, right? So I'm looking at all of this and I'm saying to myself, when you're multi-apping, you're going to have a primary source of income. And that primary source of income in 2025, it might be DoorDash, because DoorDash seems to be the go-to for many delivery drivers. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're multi-apping, one of those apps is not going to make as much or make you as much as the other app that is your primary source. So what should you do with the money that you're making on the secondary app? You haven't guessed it yet? Put it to work. This is my strategy. I go to work, whatever I earn, I pay my bills. I take care of my family, take care of my household. That's my primary source of income. Anything I make anywhere else, I'm investing it. I'm growing it. I'm not just having it sitting in an account, not earning me anything. So in 2025, multi-apping to me only means, and the truth behind multi-apping at that is, you should not multi-app to earn more to be able to survive, but to earn more so you can put the extra to work. That's my version of multi-apping in 2025. Invest that money. And I'm not talking about Bitcoin and all that stuff. Like, yeah, Bitcoin right now, it costs a lot of money. The amount that you make in a year is kind of like what Bitcoin is worth right now. But there's so many ways to just put your money to work. Right now, I have 5 YouTube channels. And people would say, damn, how he gonna be able to manage all that shit? And I get it. It's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. But I love it. It don't feel like a job. It doesn't. And I'm happy with it. But at the same time, though, does it require a lot of work? It does. And is that my only way to do it? No. I also have multiple businesses that have nothing to do with online. The whole point that I'm making right now is my version of multi-apping in 2025 is like tapping into multiple different industries to create passive income and using what I earned through additional apps or any extra on this side, that side. Like, for instance, YouTube might be my extra, but what am I going to do with that YouTube extra ad revenue? I'm going to put it to work. I'm going to invest it, put it in a high yield savings account. There's a lot that I could talk about, but I'm not going to talk about it because I really want you to do your research. You could create so many different ways to create. There's so many different ways to create passive income. And that's all multi-apping is for me in 2025. And that's the truth. To wrap it up, just focus on the things that I've said in this video. Multi-apping in 2025, the truth is you are working more than you did back then to make the same money that you're making now. And if you don't do something now to increase your net worth, it's only gonna get worse before the year ends, before the next year, before the next year after that. Now, I'm not telling you to give up gig work. I'm not telling you to go get a W-2. No, when you say things like, I gotta go get a W-2 because the money just ain't working no more, it's because everything is more expensive and the money you're earning just ain't enough. So whatever you earn, my suggestion, or in my opinion, I would put that money to work, whatever extra that is. If gig work is your secondary income, I would put that money to work. Take whatever off the top that you may need to take care of your household, but the rest, put that shit to work. And I'm smiling right now because that's all I live for right now. So it's good it feels great to be back. And I'm going to have these personal conversations with you in every video. I might just do a video every day. I don't know how often I'm going to do this, but there's a lot that I would like to share with you. Even like some comments in the comment section and stuff of old videos that I do want to respond to and stuff like that. But I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, squeeze the blast. I just forgot how to say it. Squeeze the life on the blast, that like button, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one, y'all. This is